Hello, hello. Let me just see if I can get the live come up on my phone so I can see what people are saying, because I can't see from here. Hopefully everything's working. I feel like I say that every time. Like, hopefully everything's working. Oh, I'm gonna have an echo any second. There we go. Alright, have it up. Hopefully everyone gets notified and all that good jazz. We will see, we will see. I'm gonna try and fix. Oh, hello. This is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Hello, Holy Knight. All right, you're gonna be my test. Ready? I'm gonna try something. Hello, Ryan. Hope you guys are having a good day / evening. I need to try something. Ready? Tell me if I'm muted when I do this. Ready? Okay. Was I muted? It's very important for working on the wig, and I'm really hoping that it works there so I don't have to do it through OBS. But it's okay if I have to. I just wanted to see if it would work or not, because we have a the way I usually do this involves a hair dryer, and I need to know if I can use the hair dryer or not. I can't hear anything. Perfect. Howdy. Hello, Brandon. Hope you're doing well. I was testing if it was muted. That was on purpose. So this is my lovely setup. We have once again have Wilson here to help us. And let me just do this real quick. Looks like the chat and everything's working. Fantastic. Good, good. It's very dark this stream. I guess it's because of the wig, because Wilson's so pale. Ah. Pravda yet. Hello, Petunia. Hope you're having a good day / evening. So this is the wig. It's a $9 wig off of Amazon. Very nice, isn't it? I probably should have brought my straightener up here, but I didn't. So we're just gonna deal without. But this is my lovely setup. I have a fancy glass that's usually on display downstairs. And then I have this random piece of wood that I went ahead and put Wilson on. And also for the hat, I was working on getting some of the extra glue off the sides. It's looking a lot better. I have to redo the bottom once I fix the sewing machine though, because it kind of doesn't feel good because of the way it is right now. Like, I have to loosen it and I have to add some more fabric just to kind of cushion it up, comfort it a little bit. Well, we'll see how that goes. Let me just see real quick if I can do something here without screwing everything up. Let's see. Little test. Configure video. Let's see. Ooh, I can make it brighter. Let's see what that does. Oh no. Oh, it's gone. Hold on. And it's gone. Hold on. Configure video. Oh, now I don't have that option. Okay, well, we'll try again. We'll try again real quick. How are you all doing? You having a good day / evening? I can't open it. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Brightness. Let's turn that brightness up a little bit. A little bit up with the brightness. How's that look? Sure. I don't know how much of a change it really is. But hopefully it's something. Makes it a little bit better. But anywho, yeah, so I'm going to be styling this wig to be like Mimi. And the cool thing is I'm not so worried about screwing it up. Because the first time I ever did a wig, and I used hairspray and hot glue and Mod Podge and all that, I was like a little nervous because I had like an expensive wig. And now I just do everything with cheap wigs, all of them. You're kind of quiet? Oh. Alright. Is it because of the music or is it just me? Here. How's that? Is that better? I don't know if that's actually going to change anything. You're kind of quiet. Yeah, let me know if the music is too loud or if I'm too quiet. I'm hoping that fixes the quietness issue. Because when I muted it, it might have screwed it up a little bit. Let me know. I'll give you guys a second to respond. As I brush the wig. I'll brush it while we wait. Am I still quiet? Actually, you know what? Let me turn down the music too. No, the music's not showing that it's really loud or anything, but I'll turn it down just in case. Just in case. How's that? better? Hi guys, got surgery because I have an ingrown. Oh no! I'm sorry, Void. I hope you're feeling better. Hello, big ears. Yes, Mr. Gibbs, big ears. Let me know if you can hear me better now. How many consumings do you think I put on my big comment that was oh, dude, I don't know, Petunia. A lot, that's for sure. Holy Night, you've had a pretty good day. I managed to get my learner's permit for my driver's license today, so 6 months later I should be able to get my driver's license. Exciting stuff, Holy Night. Congratulations. That's awesome. Volume sounds good. Perfect. Yeah, so I must have hit it. I was testing out muting it in case I use the hairdryer, which is probably going to happen today, and I need to be able to turn that down. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Well, you're feeling kind of better as of right now. Because finished, you had a lot of resilience, which you realized. Well, that's good. It's good to be resilient. So, all right. I'm trying to think of how I want to do the wig. I was like trying to brainstorm while I was setting things up and waiting. I was like, yeah. You hope the ingrown is gone. I hope so too. We all hope so, especially if you had to get surgery for it. Ugh. That does not sound fun at all. I'm sorry. Those things suck too. Can't say I've ever had to get surgery for one, but they freaking hurt. Alright. So I'm gonna do this in half. So there's one. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut plastic, because of course I have to include plastic. I'm going to cut it to kind of curve like this and then make the spikes. I'll glue that in to the wig. And then I will cut the hair and glue it around it. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm debating whether or not I should paint this first. That will involve it drying a little bit, but let's not do that. Also, can you hear a fan? Actually, I should probably ask that too. I actually have my little fan going as well. But not for long, because now I'm going to need hot glue, so I'm going to unplug the fan. Alright. Aw, man. Moved the light. This light and I like to fight often. So I don't want it shining in my eyes, but I want it to be visible. It's a careful balance. Yeah, man, I'm getting subs just through sketches in your post. Nice! That's awesome, Void. Congrats. We are consuming and making all the plastic. Of course, yes, more plastic. Oh, gotta go. Have to make it heal. See ya, Void. Hope you feel even better. But I'm glad you feel better than you did before. So, hopefully you feel even better, though, buddy. Alright, where did I put the hot glue? There's the hot glue. Alright. We'll get this warmed up. Whilst first we consume, then we plastic. True. Well, no, we consume the plastic. So we have to, I'm hooking stuff in behind my back in case you're like, what is she doing? Assuming I can figure out how to do it without looking. Haha! I got it. We got it. Now I gotta move stuff though, because I have my hot cocoa over here and my tea over here. And I'm a little shaky tonight, as I took allergy medicine because I couldn't breathe. My voice was shot today too. Oh, and the kids won't be, the kids are actually asleep over tonight. So there will be no nightmares tonight, which is good. I'm gonna sit nicely down. I guess I could have turned the camera, but there's really no need because we have the wig right here. You can see it fairly well, so I don't think I need to tilt it at all, even if you see a lot of above me. You can see Yukari's legs. The fan sounds like a low white noise. It's not bad. Alright, well, it's off, but if I get too warm, I'll turn it back on. I like how I'm like, oh, if I get too warm, sips hot chocolate. I just realized how you're going to make the hair spiky. So that's where this is going to come in. Are you going to do contacts for the cosplay? Also, yes, I ordered pink contacts for Mimi. Mimi's sclera are yellow and Massacre's are blue, but I've done sclera lenses in the past. They're not worth the price, to be totally honest, and they are very uncomfortable. I had black sclera lenses because once upon a time when like FNAF was new, I cosplayed Mangle. It's actually an old video. I think it's just unlisted at this point on my channel. But I, like, cosplayed Mangle when I was in college. Like, first year of college or something. I was fairly young. But I put a sclera in my one eye and then had a yellow contact in the other. It was really cool. Like, the contacts were cool. But I don't even think they make ones that would, like, work for Mimi and Massacre. So I'm just going to do pink, and he's doing red, and he has never wore contacts. But I showed him. I have a test one. Well, I had 2 test ones. I had 1 extra blue and 1 extra red. So I was like, hey, let me show you how to do this. But so I showed him. We're just going to wait for them to arrive. But yes, we're doing, I think contacts really step up your cosplay, personally. Like, I think it just adds another little edge. Makes you look more professional, I guess, in a weird way. I'm going to have to, like, put this in between my legs, I think. Or else it's going to fall. So the way I'm going to do the spikes is by basically gluing it to these. So I could draw this and cut this out. That's actually what I need to do next. So I'll put that there, even though I really don't need to. So what I'm going to do is go like this. Draw her spikes how I think they need to be. I'm going to do it back here. And I mean, I can be a little loose with them because it kind of changes in like every shot. But they basically just kind of look like this really rough sketch of what I'm trying to do. Guess I kind of want to make them go up a little bit. Because why not? And then I have to cut it as straight as possible. So, like that. And then, I probably just got a little bit of Sharpie on my hand. I'm gonna make it curve. Like so. So hopefully will curve to my head nicely. Because I kind of made Wilson's head here match my head. Now we gotta see the Mango cosplay. It was old. I'll relist the video if you want. It's from a while ago though. It was just me doing the makeup, and then I had a video where I dyed the tail that I ended up putting on it. That video got a lot of views for my channel back in the day, but nothing like the Mothra video. For whatever reason, everybody loves the Mothra video. First we consume, then we plastic. No, I don't think we can do it in that order, because we need to consume the plastic, Petunia. I think we have to do it in the other order. What you cosplayed as Mangle, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it. That was when FNAF 2 came out. I don't know how far they are in anything anymore. I remember I tried to play Sister Location once, and I thought it was really neat. I just never finished it. And then I think I stopped playing once the one came out where you were like in a kid's bedroom or whatever. I know I played the third one because Springtrap's coming after you. And I played the first one, obviously. But it was like, when they were coming out was when I was into it, so I don't know. I know it became like a really big thing now. Contacts always give me the heebie-jeebies thinking about putting them in. It could never do it. That's what my husband was like. He always thinks of the Billy and Mandy, like Adventures of Billy and Mandy, when the doctor's like, it's easy to wear contacts, and then he's like trying to put them in, and he's like, by the end of it, his eyes all puffy and red and like gross, and he's like, see, easy. Like, that's what my husband said to me. He's like, you know, I'm so scared of that happening. I'm like, it's not like that bad. It's really not. And it's not. It's not too bad. I mean, I was really determined to be able to wear contacts when I first started wearing them. So, and my mom was the same way. She was like, heebie-jeebies. And it was funny because when I know I still probably don't wear them, like, properly. Like, I don't think you're supposed to wash them off with the contact solution that they sit in. Not that I wash them off with the exact contact solution that they sit in, but, like, I think you're supposed to do something else with them, but I'm so used to what we used to do, which was just like, oh, contact solution, dip, dip, doo, doo. Oh, look, it's all clean now. So, I'm sure there are people who know much better than I in that regard. Alright, how do I want this? I got a song stuck in my head. Just one particular part of a song because I don't know the rest of the lyrics. It's Lights Out by Ashbury Park. So if I start like humming or singing, that's going to be what it probably is. So just ignore me. Did you watch the FNAF movie? Not yet. My brother did, and he was like, oh, it's really good. I know you were really into FNAF back in the day. I was like, I was really into FNAF. I made a Bonnie-themed doll out of a Bratzilla doll, actually. And for one of my college projects, I actually made a whole little art piece of it. I did some crazy art in college, though. It was a lot of fun. Especially if I didn't like my professor. I just was like, let me see, what can I do that is obnoxious and yet I'm like not going to get in trouble because I'm a grown adult and this is a college class. But you're the same. Well, there's a new idea for some games to play on the channel. I don't think I'll play FNAF. Well, maybe one of the newer ones or something. Maybe I could play Sister Location. I don't know. I really want to replay Amnesia, The Dark Descent. That was like the FNAF back in the day. When I say that, I mean like FNAF went viral because of how scary it was, right? And that's exactly what happened with Amnesia. The difference being that FNAF originally didn't have really a story at all. And then, oh my gosh, and then, whatchamacallit, Amnesia was like, please play the game for the story and not just to be scared. And then everyone just played it to be scared. Because it was a scary game at the time. I mean, it probably still is. I remember having nightmares about it when I was playing it, and I was like, I just gotta beat this game, so I stopped thinking about it. Since you're a Girls and Panzer fan, can you sing Dream Rise opening song now that the kiddos aren't here? I can't sing. No, I can't sing that. I can't sing that. I could sing very specific songs if my voice allows it, but I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little croaky today because, again, my allergies are kicking my butt. But if I was going to sing something, it would probably be the song that I'm going to sing for the con. Or, yeah, which is, there's two songs I might sing for the con. I don't know. Does this look too stupid? Like, it's going to be hard to envision, maybe. So here are the spikies. And, like, part of me is like, oh, no, they're too big. That's what it is. They're too big. I'm, like, looking at the pictures now up there. Because I keep looking at the reference right here. I'm like, I don't know. I think they're too big. We're going to go with that. Katie just doing these awesome projects as kids. Oh, like doing all the little artsy things. I do, yeah, I've always been, like, just a little artsy-fartsy kid. Well, part of the reason, too, that I wasn't a big fan of my college professors, to an extent, was, some of them were great. But when I went to go to college, I wanted to do, like, cartoons and stuff, and then I accidentally met with the graphic design professor instead of the cartoony professor, or not even cartoony professor, but the artiste professor. And he looked me dead in the eye and said, well, yeah, you're not really supposed to be meeting with me, but do you want to live out of a cardboard box? And I was like, I guess that's a good point. And my mom was kind of like, are you sure? Like, this isn't what you wanted to do. And I was like, no, it's fine. And I mean, I still use those skills to this day. Again, I make little wine labels and stuff. Nothing crazy serious, but it's like, I kind of feel like my creativity was kind of pushed to the side in order to do that stuff. All faults of my own. I'm not blaming anyone else. I made that decision. But it was the wrong decision to make. Hello, Uncle Ted. You can't stay long. Popping in to say good luck with the costume. It's coming together. Thank you, Uncle Ted. And I hope you're having a good day/evening. Consuming it needs to go to VR Kmart. VR Kmart, sure. What's that? I don't know anything about that. Oh, wait, because I said I haven't been to a Kmart? Yeah, they're a bit big. They need to be smaller and lower. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yep. Nope. Do them together. If I screw this up too, I think I have more plastic. I might just have to look for it real quick. The other option is to use foam, but I feel like I have the plastic, so I might as well use it. If I do screw this up, I might switch to foam. It won't matter too much. I also don't want to make it too small, but then I'm also like, I'm going to be layering a bunch of hair onto it, so. And plus I have to remember I'm going to have these on. These poof out a little bit, so. I don't know. Maybe I should just be doing this instead. Actually, this is what I should definitely be doing instead of trying it on the wig. I actually don't think that's that bad. Hold on. I'm trying to get it so the light reflects nicely. The hard thing is going to be getting this to be at the bottom of the hair over there. Probably should put this hat onto the wig. But I don't want to accidentally glue the two together though. That would be bad. Yep, and there's VR Kmart and VR Chat P. Interesting. I'd be cool with doing that. Oh my. Let's not spill everything. Okay. Hot glue is hot gluing. Let me just add another little thing here so this is actually in half, just so I have an idea of where I'm going with this. I might have to undo them in a second, but that's fine. So for this, I'm going like to the back of my head. It's like right behind the ears to the back. So it would be right here on here. Okay. Okay. This is going to be very much a trial and error thing. Again, if I screw this up, at least these aren't very expensive too. Like the wig is not expensive and I could get another. Which way did I have it? Shorter one on top, shorter one on bottom. Shorter one on top. Okay. Okay. Okie dokies. We can do this. We can do this! Happy birthday to Como Sashi from Girls and Panzer, the Australian girl. Oh, I saw a post about that. Yes, happy birthday to the Australian. Okay. I think we're gonna go with that. Maybe I do need to undo this. Alright, we're just gonna go for it. Yep. Ever so slowly, too. We're gonna go for it. Let's see what I can do here. Get that hair out of the way. Oh boy! Oh, jeez. What happened over here? Am I unplugging things behind me? Oh, now it's blue. Oh well, matches the wig. Okay. So just the littlest bit of glue. And let's go. Now I have gothsicles stuck in my head. It's probably because Uncle Ted came here. Now I'm thinking of the gothsicles. It was you, Uncle Ted, right, who saw them? This is pointing in my face again. Australia. Australia. Oh, shoot. It came undone because I wasn't holding it. Alright. It's all good. I guess since it's clear, I don't really need to paint it, though. Gosh, I really hope this turns out good. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I am really unsure about myself with this. But, you know, we're gonna try. We're gonna hope for the best. Hope for the best, expect the worst. That's how my life goes. Which Australia girl? The one with the biggie poofy hair. Yeah, the very poofy hair. That's the one. That's the one, Holy Night. It's her birthday, apparently. So, happy birthday to her. Oops. That's not very helpful. Not very helpful at all. Well. Oh well. Sandy here. And then we'll figure out what hair we need to cut, what we're gluing to what with Mod Podge, and use the hair dryer. Oh, it's gonna be so exciting. Hopefully, good vibes, have faith. It looks more like Hatsune Miku. Well, right now, because the hair is so long. I always get these wigs because they're so long, but if you need any extra, like, hair, you just use what you cut off. The Massacre wig, the Massacre wig is the same, actually, the same length. It's actually the same exact wig. This is the same wig I used, like, different colors. Same wig I used for Darjeeling, and Rosehip, and Clara, and Nona, and Maho. They're all this wig, just different colors. Super cheap. So, highly recommend this specific wig for cosplay. Yeah, you could get fancy Arta wigs, or you can be cheap like me and get the Amazon $10 wig. $9, $10 wig. Oh, and also, I should have better idea. Someone asked last time about tariffs. So I did, because I've been working a lot, so I'm going to hit overtime. I think I mentioned that before. I did go ahead and place an order for the Dream Tech Marie, because I had not had her, and I wanted to go ahead and grab her. And then this figure from Senran that I really wanted, because she was still up, and I was like, okay. So I'll have a better idea about how bad the tariffs are once those ship. They're both used, so they should ship pretty quick. Could get them cheaper at Kmart. I want to do the VR Kmart. I'm going to have to take this off, guys. Sorry. Ears are coming off. It hurts my neck right now. I gotta fix that. And it's also hot. It's like very, very hot. Now I feel like the camera's really low because I don't have these giant ears. But once I get these on, I'll put the ears on the wig. That'll be what I do. But I just need to take it off for now because it's surprisingly warm up here. It was cold up here the last few days. So, oh well. Whatever. Whatever. Hopefully, I'm really hoping this wig ends up fitting. I almost feel like I should have just glued it to my head with it on my hair. But then I get worried that I'm gonna, like, glue it to my hair. Which, actually, fun fact, the other day, after working on the hat, I did have hot glue in my hair. I was brushing my hair, I was like, what the heck? And I was like, oh yeah, I did do that. Cake Girl mentioned, no, the ears, I know. I'll put it back on in a second, or maybe not a second, but I'll put them on here. So, then it will look more legit anyways. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the ears back on for me. And then once I get these up, they're going on Mimi. Because you see how the bottom, it's like barely held together because my freaking sewing machine died and all that crap. So, it doesn't feel very good at the bottom. But yeah, they're this easy to put on. Just flop them on and boop. Done. They are very warm though. How do you let me... Wait. If you do it, let me know. I'll join from a library PC because mine needs a new hard drive. Alright. I mean, I don't have VR. I should have probably said that. I have no way to access VR. I don't have a headset or anything, so... This thing that we hope to do will probably not come to fruition until maybe after Christmas when I ask for a VR headset. That's usually when I ask for electronics and things. Hello, Scooter. Howdy, howdy. How's life? Also, cosplay's looking good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Life's been good, Scooter. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Builder Scooter. Tell me, is it just me, or is it normal to go several months without buying anything for yourself, like, for instance, collectibles or video games and stuff? Oh, it's definitely normal to go a while without buying things for yourself. I think, for me, yeah, I tend to buy a little bit more, but it's like, I have my artsy hobbies like this, and then I have the hobby of collecting. And I really only, like, especially when you look at other figure collectors on YouTube, they buy a lot of stuff, like, all the time, especially pre-orders. I don't know how they do it. I think I've mentioned that before. VR chat works without one? Without a VR headset? Really? Can you give me that in that New Jersey accent? I don't have a New Jersey accent. What? There's the whole like what is it like? Down by the shore. Go park the car. I don't know what else you want me to say. I don't know. Hey, Tone! I only know that one because of my husband. But there we go. So there's one spiky. I think it's, I mean, it goes back a bit, but it needs to because that's the way the wig curves. So I feel like it's doable, right? It's kind of hard to see, I know. Sorry. All I have to do is make the other side match, and then we can get on to the fun part of cutting the wig and gluing it to the plastic and to itself and all that fun stuff. Yeah, sure it does, and it's free to use. Oh, I didn't know that. I would have been using it this whole time. I've looked into VR chat stuff before and like wanted to like I find that stuff funny and it looks interesting. So, good to know. And I could just use like my Vroid, right? Because I mean, I got two. I got Monica, who she's not a full Vroid though. I didn't like do her legs and stuff, but I have another one too. My little 8-bit character, who I will be when I go to the rave at the con. Oh, I'm so excited. I've never been to a rave. I always wanted to go to one, but I've never been to one. My life has been pretty slow, but on a good note, I've lost 20 pounds in a month. Whoa! Because Uncle Sam told me I had to lose weight or I have to be sent to workout camp before basic. And you were like, no, I'm going to lose the weight. Good for you! That's awesome, Scooter. Congrats. That's fantastic. And not easy to do either, so good job. In a month, too. Dang. That's a lot of weight in a month. That's impressive. I'm a bit jealous, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could lose weight like that. That is fantastic. Good for you, good for you. Sorry, I'm like staring at this like thinking, do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I like it? Do I not like it? I feel like now the top one's too small. But you know what? We'll just layer a ton of blue hair onto it and make it bigger. I think that it's okay if it's not the right size because I can layer and make it work. Hopefully we will see. My con this last week had a rave and prepared for sensory overload. Well, it's going to be late at night. I haven't decided if I'm going to drink at the con or not because, you know, again, I gave up alcohol at January 1st. And I'm like, that might be kind of a fun little, like, yay! Plus, you know, I don't know, I'm being Mimi. I'm being Ushka. I feel like I gotta have some vodka. It's only accurate to being Russian. Oh my goodness. Yeah, how do you feel, Scooter? A million times better? I have had nothing but protein and White Monster energy and running for an hour every weekend, and I skip breakfast. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Do you feel good at least? Do you feel good with all the weight loss? I'll see about looking like Darjeeling in VR chat. Oh, that'd be cool if they have girls in pants or models. They got it, right? Somebody had to have made that. Somebody at some point had to have made a girl in pants, right? Right. Alright, now I gotta try and make these two sides match. Gonna use all my brain power for this one. Or maybe just eyesight. Keen eyesight. Do my best. Do my best. Oh boy, where's all the thingies? Where are all the thingies? To be honest, it's a vibe to hang out at the con. Good way to make friends. I am so not, see, and this is where I have issues with cons. I am so, like, I do well on here. I'm great at talking to you guys. I love it. I am such an awkward freaking turtle in the real life. It's bad. I get so, like, anxious and in my own head, and then I'm like, am I bothering them? Because I don't want to bother anyone, so I'm like talking, and then I'm like, I should stop talking now. And then it's just like, oh wait, am I awkward because now I'm not talking? Hi, Lynx! Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day / evening. But yeah, I get really in my own head about, like, just everything when I talk to strangers. That's if I can even remember anything. Like, half the time I go on autopilot and I can't remember anything. I think that's kind of what used to happen when I was first streaming. I think I even mentioned that I would listen to my own streams, and it was like, oh, because I didn't want to forget anything. I think it's because, to an extent, I'm so used to going on autopilot when talking to people, and then I forget everything. But on stream, that doesn't really happen anymore. I mean, I can't remember everything, obviously, but I feel like I remember quite a lot compared to, well, definitely a lot compared to what I was remembering before. But still, like, with strangers, I get so nervous. So nervous. But I would like to try and make friends and actually talk to people at the convention. That would be cool. It would be fun. I get a little tired by Wednesday because of all the running during the week, but you know I gotta keep my grind for Uncle Sam. I get you, Scooter. I've been working out this past month. Maybe not the entire month. Maybe like halfway through this past month. I'm scared to death to weigh myself though, because I have a feeling I didn't lose any weight, but I can like see differences. Like, I can see if I bend a certain way or if I like hold my breath. I can see my ribs, which isn't like concerning. I'm still overweight. I know that, but I have like, it's funny. I'm like, oh, I'm big bone, but I actually kind of, the fact that you could see I'm like overweight, but you could see my collarbones as pronounced as you can. Like, it just, for whatever reason, my bones just kind of stick out of me. But I think I've lost about 15 pounds this year, but I need to lose a lot more before the con, and I would like to get in shape. Speaking of, I found out today that they make weighted hula hoops. I am in heaven over this idea of weighted hula hoops, because I broke my hula hoop, which is very sad, but it was like one of those cheap ones from Walmart that wasn't so cheap. Cheaply made, not cheap to buy, sadly. But I broke it this weekend, so I was using it like a skip it, and I stepped right on it and just decided to break in half. I was like, are you kidding me? So today I set up the return for the oversized sweater that I had gotten for this cosplay. They did not let me keep it, which is fine because again it was the wrong size, but I had to reorder the right size and I needed free shipping because I don't have Prime. So I was like, oh, let me see what hula hoops they have, and then I realized they have weighted hula hoops. So I was like, that is amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna be weighted hula hooping now. It's very exciting. Typically I find if someone is cosplaying something, they tend to be a nerd about that fandom, so I just guess it's safe to fan out with them. That makes sense. I just go in rather and rarely talk to someone in the cons. Yeah, like, that's kind of like me, and I don't know why. I get like, I don't want to say I get antisocial. Like, I want to talk to people, but it's like I just don't know. And yeah, I could talk about the fandom they're in for sure. But I guess I did. Part of me just doesn't want to bother them. And like, it's weird because my husband is super like outgoing, could talk to anyone about like anything. And when we went to the last con, he and his friend were like super good. And I just was like, I felt uncomfortable the whole time. Mind you, I was wearing a cosplay that didn't make me feel comfortable, so that was half the issue, and half of the reason why I'm being Ushka and Lane is because they both wear oversized clothes. So I was like, okay, I can wear this and be comfy and hopefully do better. Consuming, should I get that Marie figure or say on the of her on say on the FT17, and if so, what price should I get? Of her on the FT17. Oh, the one where she's sitting with the cake? I'd pay $60, I think. Of course, I'm like a real bargain hunter, so you'll see her go up for other prices that are a bit more. Ow, that was hot glue. And that's probably a better price. I probably didn't get mine in A condition, admittedly. I believe 60. I believe 60. Go ahead and try and find her for. You, in my video, I might say how much I paid for her. I don't really remember off the top of my head at this point. But if I had to guess, what I would pay for her right now is 60. Uh, let's see. I'm having peace and quiet in the server call. Is it just you, Ryan? Lynx, you said last year I talked to someone, was a girl, tried to find her, I couldn't find her anywhere. I talked to this really chill dude. See, this is where if someone comes up to me though, I could talk. This really chill dude. He looked like a Brian. Um, he was at. I went to some panel about music. And I think it was about hardcore music, which I don't like listen to tons of, but I'm chill with listening to most music. And it was like about hardcore in Japan. And so I went to that one, and he was like super chill. We were talking about different bands and stuff, even though we listened to different stuff. And he found a really cool hardcore like band that uses a lot of Miku, like Hatsune Miku. And I don't listen to a lot of Hatsune Miku, which sounds pretty cool in those songs. So went ahead and downloaded all of that music, but I never got his name. So I was like, oh, I have no idea who this guy was. But you know, he was pretty chill. Petunia, which one is the real Maho? Maho Nishizumi from Girls of Panzer or Maho from Neptunia? I played like minutes of Neptunia, if that. Alright, these are not equal at all. How much do I care? Do I put the wig cap on and find out? Then I have to take my pretty little pigtails off. That's probably the right thing to do, though, in all honesty, is to put it on, but... It's a pain in the butt to put... As you can tell by how long my hair is, it's a pain in the butt to put wigs on. Let's see. You work out once 6 days a week, and you only eat 2 meals twice a day. That's pretty good, Holy Night. When I'm at work, I walk for at least an hour because I have one of those walking, like, treadmill things, but it's just a walking pad. Usually on Mondays and Fridays, I walk at least 2 hours. I did walk like 3 hours the one time, but my legs get pretty sore after that. And then on Wednesdays, so tomorrow, as long as it's not raining, I will go for a bike ride and I'll rollerblade. I'll rollerblade for 15 minutes. Bike ride takes 30 minutes. And I go on a bike ride Wednesdays and Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So, as long as the weather is good. And then I do stupid stuff, like I have I've jump rope, I have pogo stick, broke my hula hoop. I like to do fun exercises. I don't like exercising to exercise, so I have to trick myself into exercising by doing things that I think are fun anyways. So hence they're like not things that, you know, people would necessarily consider exercise. Like pogo sticking, I don't think most people would consider an exercise, but it is technically being active. So that's that counts to me. Oh my goodness, my veins are like popping out of my hands. I'm gonna have to ask my husband to bring me more water. I'm gonna run out again. Let's see. You also had to walk for an hour today because I found out that shin sprints are, and yes, they hurt. Ooh, sorry, that sucks. I do not know what those are, but they sound painful. Tell me I feel bad for spending money even though I have money to spend on myself and it wouldn't put me in any financial trouble. Oh, I do the same thing, Holy Night. I have to have a good reason to spend money. Like, for instance, me buying figures this time, it's because I'm working overtime. I have a reason. And yeah, I always make sure I have the money to spend, but I still put it on the credit card because the credit card gets me free points. So I get free stuff. If you know how to use a credit card properly, it's a good thing. But there are a lot of people who don't know how to use a credit card properly, and they end up getting themselves into trouble. So there's that. Not to lecture everyone like the mom I am, but financial literacy is important. All right, let's put that down. But yeah, there's a kind of guilt because you're like, oh, I don't need this thing. But you want it and you have the money for it, so it's like you gotta let yourself enjoy it. But I'm one to talk. I don't eat like fast food or anything because I'm just like, yeah, you know what, it's not worth it. I'd rather buy a piece of plastic than eat out at a restaurant. Personally, food isn't that important to me. You guys know that. It's okay to spoil yourself once in a while, brother. True. I played games at the con panels and bought a few little things. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I don't get autographs anymore, me neither. She was cool. We talked. Went to a panel. Panel was Billy West. She left. Did other stuff at the con. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much what happened. I had to call and for my kiddos to go to sleep, and he stayed in there to talk to the people. But and then I never ended up seeing him again. We paid together. Sucks. Really wanted to know her more. Yeah, it does suck, and like lesson learned. Cause same with me. Like I was like, dang it, we probably could have been friends. Like we liked not necessarily the same exact kind of music, but both like different kind of music than the quote unquote mainstream. And I was like, oh man, like he seemed really chill. So lessons learned. Next time I meet someone like that, ask them how I can find them on social media or something. So that way we can talk more about music and be friends. Because that would be cool. Alright. There we go. Yeah, we're going to go for it. I think it is pretty even. Even if it's a little not even, I think on my head I'll be able to shift it a little bit. Should be good. You're really active only now, Mr. Gibbs, unless you're talking to Scooter and Holy Night. They seem to be much more active than me. I'm not like active. I just trick myself. Holy Night, if you have fun money, it's okay to spend it on yourself. Man, have fun, or be like me and buy a new field shirt. Have to go in my break for work. Catch you later. Catch you later, Lynx. Good luck at work. Good luck. Holy Night, what is the one noise thing that Plastic made or said that made you obsessed with it? I'm not a personal fan of credit cards. Way too easy to fall into debt. Again, it all depends. Like for someone like Holy Night, where he's feeling guilty even just buying something for himself, even though he has the money, probably the perfect person to own a credit card. To be fair, the reason, and like here's the thing, I'm cheap, so for me, the credit card, I get Disney points. Not a huge fan of Disney, but you know what they do? I can use those Disney points for Christmas for my daughters. I get like a few $100s in Disney points because I put everything on it. I put gas on it. I put like cat surgeries if we have to, do that. So all this stuff goes on to it. I pay it off each month, and then I get these free points, and then I have like a free few $100s to go towards Christmas at the end of the year for my kids. Like it works out really well, in my opinion, like for me. But I agree. If you are not financially literate, and you don't know how to deal with money, you should not be having a credit card. You should learn how to deal with the money you have, and then maybe think about trying out a credit card. But I do think a lot of people fall into I can just buy now and pay later, and that's not the point. The point is, if you don't have the money to spend, you don't spend it. All right, we're gonna start on. Actually, hold on. How do I want to do this? No, I want to add hair to it first, and then add these pieces. Which means the fun part, I get to cut this shorter. Yay. Which is easy peasy at this point because there's so much hair. Then I'm probably gonna maybe have to put it down on the ground to do the next part. Fair Scooter, I think a reason for my being so hesitant is probably because I don't have a really good income. But if you're good at saving money, Holy Night, and you don't have anything else to spend it on, it's okay. It's okay. Just, again, you don't want to get into the habit of it. Of spending tons of money. But if you have the money, Alright, we're going to cut it to here. Because this will give me plenty to work with. And plenty to not have it be too short. Okay. Really? Really? Petunia, please elaborate. What was the random noise that consuming plastic made you were obsessed with? What was the noise? What was the noise? Or, Petunia, are you talking about the noise that you were obsessed with? Because I know what noise that was. Alright. There we go. So here, that should be fine. Yep. Nothing should be in danger from that. Chop it off, chop it off. Oh, I just cut the ponytail holder. Well, that's not very helpful. I'm gonna have to get a new one because I need that to be on there so this hair doesn't go literally everywhere. Look at all that. Wig ASMR. The only thing I'm probably gonna use a credit card for is just to boost your credit. Yes, that too. And thing I'm gonna use it for is snacks once a month. Yeah. No, that absolutely makes sense. Get your credit up with a credit card. Agreed. And if you're worried about if you're worried about not being responsible with a credit card and you want to try it out, start with a store card. I started with a Kohl's card because it would get my points up, and I would just buy like something small, like a snack each month, and then just pay it off. Doesn't matter how small. And then if I needed clothes, again, this was when I was really buying clothes more and not just merch clothes, but still. All right, yeah, I think we're taking it out of here. My head on a stick. I think I'm just gonna do it on my lap. Which probably seems a little bit reckless, and that's because it kinda is. But we're just gonna go for it. The lights go out, the lights go out, the lights go out behind my castle wall. Okay, that's good enough. So we're gonna use Mod Podge, and I couldn't find a big brush. I guess my kids used all of them, which is fine. I've been keeping like the small brushes up here because, you know, I'm like, oh, I'll need them for doing tanks and stuff. I gotta hold this while I look for the brush. So now I have like tiny brushes. I'm like, whatever. Wig ASMR, the only thing we did. Christina, you talking about the blue because I don't know what thing obsessed you're talking about. Consuming plastic, silly, stupid voice. Does that help? Because I need good credit to buy a house. So yeah, exactly. You definitely want good credit to buy a house. You know what's weird though? In regards to credit and houses and all that, so I had really good credit because I've had literally credit cards since high school because I was good with money and I could prove it. But yeah, I got like a bank account or whatever, like before I was supposed to. The lady at the bank was like, we usually don't let kids this young have their own. And my mom was like, yeah, so this is how much she saved on her own. And they're like, oh. It's like, that's why I want to open up an account. Doesn't really matter how old you are. If you got the money, they should allow you to get a bank account. But anyways, a checking banking account or whatever. But yeah, where's it going with that? I forgot. I'm just painting with Mod Podge right now, and it's very entertaining. Not really. It's not entertaining. It's just my brain is melting. My brain is melting. My honest reaction to what? A nuclear program? I don't know what that word is. I'm sorry, Frederick. Stupid silly voice impression. Oh, hold on. Let's see. I have just arrived from committing war crimes in Naples. Oh my. I'm gonna start calling you Dr. Consuming. That's fine. Why though? Why am I a doctor? I'm not that smart. I ain't that smart. We're just gonna throw extra pieces of hair that we don't need down there. This is gonna be very messy and very sticky. Just the way it should be. It's like when you're a kid and you're like, I'm gonna stick my fingers right in the glue. It's exactly what we need to do. Stick the fingers right in the glue. That's how you do this. I'll chat some more with you, and then I will turn on the whatchamacallit, the hair dryer, and we will go from there. Stay up. Stay up on the glue. Stay up on the glue. Yeah, it's not gonna want to stay. painted onto there. Ooh, maybe the plastic wasn't a good idea. Maybe this isn't gonna want to work. Well, then we're gonna have to hot glue it, and I'm gonna have to burn my fingers. So be it. It's just the way it's gonna have to be. It's gonna act like this. Yeah, hold on. Let me answer you guys for a second while I hold it in place, and then I'm gonna whip out the that. Hello there, friends. Should I be scared now? Frederick, you have a bunch of missed calls from Benita Mussolini. Oh my, in my honest reaction, we will return the favor someday. I can't remember Petunia, but I think it was Anime Girl sound effects that make it happen last stream. I can't remember. Oh, I'm sorry. I definitely can't pronounce your country then, Frederick. Serenacia? For me, it should be obvious. If you say so, consuming MD. Alright, let me do this. Don't worry, I'm a professional. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Fingers right in the hot glue. Let's go. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Let's move that to the side. Yeah, the plastic does not like it. The good thing is, once I get the first row of hair down, the Mod Podge should stick the hairs to the other hairs, and then I won't have to burn my fingers off, I think. But I don't know. I used a lot of hot glue in the Roadhog wig that I made too, so maybe that was a while ago. So maybe I'm wrong and I'm gonna have to hot glue my fingers a few times. So be it. There we go, right there. Glue myself to the wig. Alright. What do you mean by MD, Marilyn? No, doctor. MD is also a medical thing. Yeah. The more I think about Petunia, I think it was the blue sound. Play a list of certain ways she said it once. What was the blue sound? I made a blue sound? Now I have to be careful of not touching the ears too much. What blue sound? Ah! So much hair just came off. Okay, we'll just stick it over here and pretend nothing happened. I think I'm all covered in glue, so this might be a bad idea. I'm just gonna stick all of this right here so I can pull from it against my better judgment. And we're gonna... Oh no, all my other hot glue is over there. Alright, well we're gonna use as much hot glue here as we can. Ooh, it's like bubbling with the other glue. That's fun. Chemical reactions. Oh, I did a really dumb thing the other day. You want to hear about a chemical reaction? You know how you're not supposed to mix cleaning chemicals? Because you can make mustard gas or whatever? I don't know what I did. I'm not saying I made mustard gas. But I am saying that I mixed two chemicals by accident, and my eyes were watering, man. It was not fun. I didn't realize I had sprayed a different cleaning thing down than the one that I ended up spraying again on top of it. Because I thought it had dried, and I was like, darn it, I forgot to... Because I like to let cleaning chemicals sit a little bit, and then I, you know, wipe whatever's down that I'm trying to wipe down. And I was like, oh, let me go ahead and, yeah, let me go ahead and re-spray this. Did it. Eyes are watering. It smelled awful. I was like, I think I did something wrong. My bad. Serenica, I think, is in English. I hopefully said that right, Frederick. Hopefully. Doctor of Medicine. What type of medicine is she producing? Plastic made pills with plastic shards inside? Mayhaps. World War I German simulator. You're technically right. It's both. And bleh. Bleh. There you go. I can do a higher pitch for you. Oh my goodness. So much hair. So much fun. The lights go out. The lights go out. The lights go out behind my castle walls. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to get more hot glue. Ta-da! As you can see, we are making Spike. Alright, let me plop Wilson's man, right here. Wilson, please stay. You're not gonna stay. You loser! You're not gonna stay. Just put him like that for a second. You can see the Spike starting to appear. I gotta get up and get more hot glue. Ugh, my legs. Legs. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna call down to my husband too and ask him to get me more water. Hello, kitten. Hey, sweetie. Can you give me some more water? Thank you. Okay. He's getting more water. I got more hot glues. Let's try to not unplug or hit anything. Yay. Oh, and now I can sit on my knees. It's already got up. Oh, it's fantastic. Cool. World War I soldiers smell a fruity flavor in the air. First reaction, why are my eyes burning and my lungs? Oh, if it's fruity, then it did not smell fruity. It smelled like pure chemicals. So mayhaps I made a different kind of not fun chemical that my body was like, that's not good. That's not good at all. What have you done? My counter was very clean though, I can tell you that much. Well, anyways, Miss KP, I have to go to bed. My eyes are giving heavy because I had a whooping on the hour sleep last night. Anyways, good night. God bless you. God bless you too, Scooter. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. Alrighty. Russian soldiers at the Battle of Oswiak Fortress. Bro, pretend zombie. Hello, Nick. Hope you're doing well. We are working on the wig. I am working on gluing myself to the wig. I don't know why the Mod Podge turned white on my hands, but it did. That's a little concerning because I don't want the hair to turn white. Oh, that was a lot of hot glue. Alright, well, we'll do our best. We got this, we got this. You know, I'm going to start using hairspray too. It's going to get really fun up in here. Really fun with hairspray and hot glue. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm obsessed with that sound, and I made a black counter in the comment section. My mind tells me that I should tell Consuming to just make an unlisted video just saying bleh for X minutes. Make a compilation video of it. Just bleh. Over and over and over again. Alright, let me cut this so we can start making it into a coherent is probably not the word, but a real spike. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. I don't know to what extent I want to get these spikes done, but I'm just going to hold that like that for a second. Yes, Frederick, the dead man charges once again. Consuming medicine. My lawyer advised me not to finish this line. Petunia is consuming one day. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
You want to say hi?
Hello.
There's my husband. You can go back to playing. I love you.
I'm not going to bed, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Freaking exhausted. I don't know why I'm so tired.
Alright, I love you. He's the best. I love him so much. Spiky, Spiky. Spiky, spiky. Please, spiky, spiky properly. There's gonna be so much hair stuck to me by the time I'm done with this. Hello, Angel. Hope you're doing well. We are making spiky spikies. As you can kind of see from the somewhat spiky spiky going on there. It's gonna be many layers of glue and burnt flesh. Petunia, if consuming one day learns how to do the Yukari impression while wearing the outfit and say some bleh, I'm pretty sure you're going to lose it. True. I think you would too. I think he would too. But hey, that's not a bad thing. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do a Yukari impression, to be fair. I'm not quite a voice actor like my husband. He can do so many fun voices. Me, on the other hand, not quite as talented. Good day, Omega. Hope you're having a good day slash... Well, day. Your day. Your day. Good day, good day. Oh, why is your hand yellow? It was just because there's a light over near the camera. So, that's why his hand was yellow. I promise he's not jaundiced. Oh boy. Let's see. Try not to burn myself too bad. Attempt. Oh, that part. That piece is done. I think, you know what I used to do actually? I remember what I did with the Roadhog. I did this. I used the scissors to push down. Yep. I distinctly remember this now. At least for the first initial layers. I guess we'll do one spike tonight. And then we can do the other one next stream. I think that makes sense. Since I do have work tomorrow. We'll just do... And when I say one spike, I mean one half. We'll do this whole piece. At least the front of it. At least the part of it. Good night. Oh, Angel, you going good night? Good night. Have a good one. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. It was a rough day. I'm going to be going to bed due to work. Gotta go from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, yeah. Well, good night, Angel. Good luck at work tomorrow. Remember to quack. I usually, bleh should be the next chicken jockey. I know nothing about the Minecraft movie. I know that's what that's from. I don't know what the hype is. I don't know why people lose their minds when they hear it. I don't understand. Maybe I'm too old to understand, but I don't get it. I just am not that cool to understand the chicken jockey. Oh boy, this hair is gonna be all over the place. Like, I was like thinking of recording a video. I was actually gonna record one before I streamed tonight, but then I ended up not feeling well, which is just because I low blood pressure issues. But I was like, oh, I gotta lay down before stream, try and make myself not feel awful. And now I feel fine. Ate some salt and then I felt all better. Salt and water. Oh boy, I'm all sticky. It makes this a little bit more difficult if I'm all sticky. But that's alright. Here's this first spike. This one has hair on it, this one does not. If you can tell. I'm trying not to spill my tea. So as you can see, it's just about putting a bunch of layers of it on top of it over and over and over, and then I'll incorporate this hair into the back of it. And yeah, we should be good from there. Hopefully. I stumbled upon an interesting channel recently. They make fan-made Girls and Panther songs based off of different schools, but I feel like it's maybe AI. Is it Ermos? Or Hermos? I assume it's pronounced Ermos. Is it him? He's pretty cool. AFK for a minute? That's okay. Consuming fast food tea. Ew. I don't eat... Well, not ew to fast food, but fast food tea. Why wouldn't you just do tea at home? I don't understand. Why is fast food tea better? I don't understand. I don't get it. It was probably not the right reaction. It was probably not what I meant to say. But it was what I initially felt was right. And that's what I get for saying it. Look at that. I'm not even using my hair dryer. Not even bothering you all with that. Part of me is a little worried that I might pop the circuit breaker if I use the hair dryer. Not gonna lie, that is kind of a fear. So we'll just stick with hairspray and the hot glue for now. Just for now. And yeah, the Mod Podge kind of like made the hair a different color, so I guess I'm not going to be using that anymore. That's so weird. In the past, Mod Podge has not done that. But you know what? The last wig I was doing was white. That also probably is an issue. They have fast food tea in America? I don't know. News to me. Petunia says so. Hello, dual band antenna girl and Wilson. Yes. Well, kitty cat ears. We're making the spikies. I can just grab that so you can see the spiky a little bit better. A little bit better. It takes a bit. It's a lot of layering, but you know, again, I like doing these things with you guys. So I figured if I'm gonna work on this, might as well work on it with y'all. And go for it. Go for it. Why not? I believe that since they don't mention anyone singing in the description and the banner for the YouTube channel is AI art, I'm not complaining that it's AI. My problem is that they don't say it is. Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. It's like, if it's going to be AI, just say it's AI. But I think Ermos says he's AI. I think. Is he AI? No. Yes. Yes. No. Wait. Don't quote me on that. I know he's subscribed to me, so don't quote me on that. Oh my gosh. Oh, and also, hope you're having a good day / evening, Cat. Cat and Chaos in the chat. Holy Night, yes, that's the channel. My favorite song has got to be Mignot. The song is so epic. My two favorite has to be the single Rihanna and Anzio songs. Hello, 3 Katyusha. Wilson is beautiful today. Wilson got a glow up. Yeah, Wilson's got some nice hair going on today. Hello, consuming a friend. Hello, Vanguard. Hope you're having a good day / evening. We are working on the wig ever so slowly. It's lots of layering, so it's kind of a slow process, but a fun one, no doubt. A sticky one, no doubt. But I'll be on here till at least 11, if not a little bit longer. I was thinking of doing this whole thing, and now I'm like, yeah, with all the layering and everything. I mean, I could just do the first layers, so that's also a possibility. Do the first layers. Just because, you know, my husband's going to sleep, and I'm like, oh. He usually stays up late, so it's like not a big deal when I stay up late streaming, but I'm like, oh, if he's going to bed, I kind of want to join him. So, but we will see. We will get a little further on this first. heard low battery phone. You did? Check your device. Yeah, it was my phone. My phone over here is where I'm reading the chat. That's why I always look down versus the camera that's up there next to the OBS chat. But trying to make this as spiky as possible. There might be a little bit too much hair here to make it as spiky as possible, but we'll work on it. We'll get it to work. I probably could cut it down a little bit more. In fairness. There we go. That's a nice spike. That's a nice spike. I'd say that's the first layer of that spike done. Let's ta-da! See that? See that the first spike. I mean, it'll look better once we're done, but at least we got something on it, right? We started it. Fair enough. It is easier to sleep with others than by yourself. Well, usually our oldest sneaks back into our bed and kicks me out of the bed, so I end up sleeping on the couch. And since the kids are at a sleepover, I can actually sleep in the same bed as my husband. It's a miracle. Without having to be worried about like a little adorable child coming in and kicking me out of bed. Because those suckers do kick. They do kick. Bleh. Sure is a blessing to my autistic heart. Glad you like it, Petunia. Oh, hello! I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is an H still an H in Russian? We don't have monkey here. Uh-oh. Hello, I'm gonna guess it's still an H. Hoja... I don't know what the N is. I'm so sorry. Hello, Russian. I am sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I heard a low battery sound. Okay, blah. Fair enough. Some songs are better than others. The one from Cormorimine one is good, but it's very repetitive. Why am I confusing me that they say father and not fatherland? Sounds like you're just talking about God. I thought he mentioned that it was AI, because I'm pretty sure, or else he used someone else's voice and then Nightcored it. I don't know why. I haven't seen this stuff in a bit. He's gonna pop in here and be like, excuse me, so you're spreading false information. Ow. That was hot glue. Ow, that was hot glue again. I still have a little bit of feeling in my fingers left. Just a bit. Just enough. To be fair, I just burned the top of 2 of my fingers, so it's this part of my fingers that don't have as much. Just get a bigger bed, lol. Can't fit a bigger bed in the room, though. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. I know you're joking. We have a Walmart bed, by the way. Don't underestimate the power of the Walmart beds. They're really comfy. All of us sleep on Walmart beds in this house. Your hands are blue now. My hands are, yeah. They're like, it's like white on my fingertips because of the freaking... because of the Mod Podge, not even from this stuff. You'd think the hairspray would do it, but no. 'Twas the Mod Podge. This, I don't know where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna cut this piece, because it's gonna be gross. And it's not supposed to be over here. So, we're just gonna cut that right off. I'll have to deal with that later. LOL, eeping and then getting kicked by your kid is a mood. Yeah, sleeping and then getting kicked by your kid. Yeah, all of a sudden she sneaks into the bed. And then all of a sudden I'm getting kicked and I'm like, okay. It's specifically me. Just like how the kids specifically wake up me. But I kind of get it. Like, as a kid, like, you had to wake up a parent. I feel like it was always mom. You always wake up mom. If you don't feel good, you always go to mom. If you have a nightmare, you always go to mom. It's just a thing. It's a universal thing, I think. Now that I'm mom, I understand why my mom was grumpy in the morning. Though I'm a morning person, so my kids kind of don't have to deal with that, at least. Lucky them. And we have a comfy couch, so that also helps me not feel as grumpy because I can sleep quite well on it. But still, not ideal, as you can imagine. Oh, she's a kicker. That sucks. My sister is/was a kicker. She was the sneaky one trying to hop into my parents' bed. H is N in Russian. Net, this means no. Net. Well, isn't it niet? Isn't that no? Am I wrong? Am I right? Make a bigger bed then. Even more bigger bed. I hope when he ever makes a BC Freedom Academy song, it's similar to Magnot song that they made. If that doesn't sound epic, I will be sad. I love the series Making Up Wilson. Making Up Wilson, yes. This is us making Wilson look gorgeous. I like that we named Wilson. I'm so happy about that. That was just the funniest thing when I was thinking in my head, like, maybe we should do a vote or something, and then it's just brought up in chat. No, can we name him Wilson? Sure. Absolutely. There we go. He's got a name. Our lovely little Wilson. Now a secondary character on the channel. Alright. I do love that the Mod Podge and the hot glue together just bubbles for no apparent reason. I find that interesting. Hot glue bubbles seem a little dangerous, though. Sorry. That was the sound of me burning myself yet again. It's fine. It's fine. Like I'm expecting not to burn myself as I'm sticking hot glue and then sticking my fingers into it. Hey, remember when I said I could use the scissors and not burn myself? Yeah, I remember that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm a mama's boy. Sometimes I used to do that when I was little. I would go in my mom's bedroom, open the blinds and say, "Oh, and it's morning day, the sun's out, wake up." That's what my daughters do. They come to me, both of them. And they're like, if I'm not already up, which generally I am, they'll come upstairs, because I'll be up here working if I'm up. So I don't want to stay down there, because I'll wake everybody up if I stay downstairs. And they'll come up, and then that's fine. But if I'm asleep, 6:30, 7 o'clock rolls around, they're getting me up. They're like, "Mommy, I want to watch something on TV." I'm like, "Can you just go play in your room with all the millions of toys we got for you? Like, why do you need me to turn on the TV?" "No, I want to watch TV." Oh. The best is my oldest comes up with these plans so she can do what she wants. She's like, "Mommy, you turn on the TV for me, you could sleep on the couch while I watch TV." Like, coming up with the whole plan of how she can make this work for me. It's adorable. She does it with everything. She even said, because again, they're at a sleepover tonight, she said to me, she's like, "Oh," because she's like, "Oh, I'm excited for the sleepover." I was like, "I'm excited for the sleepover too. I think it's great," because they've been waiting to have the sleepover for a while. And she just goes, "Yeah, and you can clean the whole house, so when I come home, the house will be spotless." I was like, okay, first of all, our house isn't that messy. And second of all, no, I'm not just going to clean the whole time you're gone. I think that kids, I heard a thing, somebody had said that kids think that mom's favorite things to do are sleep and clean because they always say they have to clean and they're always tired. And I thought that was funny. But apparently my daughter thought that I should clean the whole house tonight. I'm like, really? She said, except for her room. She wants to clean her room. Because my kiddos have been helping me clean. And every time they want to help, I'm like, how about you just go and clean your room? Because, you know, they're good at helping, but they're young, so I do it much quicker on my own. I miss Maho Nishizui Tiger Tank streams. He hasn't been streaming much. You will stop feeling your fingers in less than 3 years if you keep abusing hot glue like that, lol. My fingers, it's so funny. One of the community posts, I don't remember which one it is, I do my little, my usual, I always do peace sign, right? And my husband was like, oh, look at your finger, because it almost looked like pruny because of the way the shadow was. And I was like, that's just my fingers. They're scarred all to hell. Like, because this is the kind of stuff I do. I think I've talked about it before, but this finger has, like, partial damage anyways. I'm pretty sure I got it from frostbite, from a science experiment in high school. Because it's like, it's yellow, and it's all messed up. If I squeeze my finger, you know how you could, like, squeeze, and then your finger, like, the tip of it will turn, like, white or whatever? It takes forever for, like, color to come back to it. It's not happy. It's never gonna heal. It's been over 10 years. It's never gonna heal. Helena, except the sun is just a nuke. I mean, technically, the sun is radioactive. You don't destroy my childhood memories. Oh, I forgot to mention, I noticed the ears, they look cute. Oh, thank you, Vanguard. Yeah, I was saying before, I have to, like, make a new thing for down here, because this actually hurts a little bit. It's not terrible, but it's not comfy. And then I was cutting a lot of, like, the excess glue and stuff, because there was some hot glue that was noticeable. So, I have a little bit more of that to do, and I have to do the thing down here, but I have to fix the sewing machine, because last time I was having issues with the sewing machine. So I was fighting the sewing machine. I didn't want to fight with it tonight to try and finish the ears the rest of the way. I think I'm going to finish the ears off stream, because this is pretty much it. They're just going to look the same. It's just going to be, there's a little bit of difference to them. I don't know how to cut this nicely, so we're going to cut it like this. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's looking pretty good, other than these pieces that are sticking out all over the place. We're getting there. Yeah, we'll finish this spike. We'll finish the front part of these spikes, and then we will work on it some more later. I'm thinking tomorrow morning I'll probably record my video, which means I have to clean all this up. Fun. And then my new video will hopefully be up Friday. It's going to be an unboxing. I'm thinking of unboxing the Onzio girls in their swimsuits, because I want to start editing those ones next when I do a figure editing stream. But I have to unbox them first before I do that. So I'm thinking unbox them this weekend, or this week. Put that video up this week. And then Saturday is tank building stream. And then I'll probably do some more cosplay streams. Just don't know if there will be any more streams this week except for this weekend, because, yeah. I have to make and edit the video, so, you know. I wish I could stream every day. That would be amazing, but don't think we're quite there yet. Got too much. I like making videos and stuff. And I have my job as well. The Gyaru 5, I remember you had there in a row of Gyarus, like, LOL. Wait, what? Sometimes my mom would hear racket playing in my room at like 7 a.m. and I think I only woke her up when I needed food. Well, that's good at least. That you let her sleep unless you needed something. Well, that's the whole thing. My kids, like, come and wake me up because they want the TV on. Because they don't know how to work the TV. They know how to turn it on, but we don't have cable or anything, so they need my help getting to YouTube and all that. I'm sure eventually they'll figure that all out too, but for now, not so much. And to be honest, I'd rather them not know how to do that, because I like to screen everything they watch. I'm fine with I'm pretty good at not being overprotective in the way of, like, I think my kids can handle certain things, like, for instance, Coraline or Digital Circus, except for episode 3. I think that one will give them nightmares. Like, I'm not opposed to that. Or even, like, the Has-Been Hotel songs, but censored. Like, that's fine, whatever. But then there's, like, some family channels and stuff that they, like, start to watch, and I'm like, nope, we're changing it. Yes, swimsuit time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, Omega, what are you talking about, Gyaru's? Gyaru 5, I remember you had 3 in a row that were Gyaru, like, LOL. What? For what? like stream or you'll nuke me. Ow. Pravda, protect me. What I do? I don't think that was at you, was it? This is your daily reminder to like the stream, and if you don't, I'm going to tell Nona you hurt Katusha. Oh, I get ya. I just glued hair into my mouth. That's fun. Hydrogen bombs use fusion similar to the sun, but they still rely on fusion bombs to start the fusion reaction. Ah, interesting. Bleh, chain in the chat. Blerencia. Oh my. There's an all-out war going on in the chat. Okay. My leg got tired, so I think I'm gonna do it like this now. See those spikies? Look at those spikies. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Not really, not yet. But they're getting there. They are getting there, and that's... We'll take any kind of progress. Especially in the beginning. And the cool thing is these wigs are so cheap. Like, if I need more hair, I can literally just buy the same wig. Probably be cheaper than buying extensions, to be fair. Because otherwise I'd buy extensions, but I think it actually makes more sense just to buy more of these wigs. There we go. Do it like that. Do it like that. Oh my. By the way, have you seen Nutslapper, the Girls in Panzer parody I voiced Nona in? I don't think so. I've seen the... Oh, what was that guy? Gun... You know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Metal Gun... Something. That guy's parody of Girls in Panzer. I don't know. I love Wilson. Team Wilson. Team Bleh. Oh, Bleh. Team Wilson. Team Bleh. Wilson all above. What type of swimsuits are Anzio wearing? So it's, they're all bikinis, but there's a line of swimsuits that has carpaccio, pepperoni, and anchovy. But I didn't really like the anchovy from that line, so I got the pepperoni and the carpaccio. And then I have a different anchovy swimsuit figure. So that's what I'm doing here. Well, here. That's what I'm going to be doing for the video. Because I want to repaint the swimsuits to be the Anzio colors. There we go. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, boy. You know what I've been listening to a lot lately? Not to derail your bleh. As a tall oof. What? Rip Nona and Clara as a tall? Fair enough. Petunia, Katusha, stop your conversation before the time. Are you tired you guys out? They're having fun though, yeah? They're having fun. That's fine. It's only when people are actually fighting in the chat and nothing else can get done, but it seems like everyone else is able to. Yes, Gun Metal Slug. Thank you, Omega. That is who I really liked the parody that they did. But yeah, they're okay, Holy Knight. As long as we can read the chat and what's happening. So they're fine. But yes, whatever you just said. Gunmetal Slug. I'm getting so much of this on my poster. Oh well. That's fine. I can wash it off. You see all this extra hair I just picked up with the scissors? Because everything's so sticky. Bleh is now uploaded. Consuming, I'll DM you the parody to you. Please do. Yeah, if you need to get in touch with me directly, like, or you really, really, really want to make sure I don't miss something, DM me on Discord. I'm still going to be delayed in seeing it, but at least you'll know I'll see it. I feel bad saying that, but so many things get lost, and my memory is not that great. Frederick looked it to me. Okay, I just don't want you guys to go overboard with it. Yep, that's fine, Holy Knight. Understandable. I know you can't actually sub. Repost because I think you missed it. Gyaras are Japanese Valley girls. You had some community posts on stuff they do. Also, it is like Gyar, like the letter, not the number 5. It's like Gyaru V. Oh, Gyaru V, not like the number 5. Oh, Gyaru V. Wait. So I do know what Gyarus are. Our Japanese Valley Girls. You had some community posts of stuff they do. I did. I had community stuff posts. I know I had a. There was a figure I really wanted of a Gyaru. I think the Gyaru style is cool because it's like very, very punk in the way of going against the norms. I like those kinds of subcultures. Like that one that has the crazy hair in China. I don't know if they're still doing it. But I like those kind of styles. Because they're different. They're unique. They're fun. All that jazz. The youth rebelling however they can against society. I don't know if any of you are going to get that reference. We can see if anyone got that. Society. Beware of foul language. I hope you had the Gyaru V, the bagging, and there was another one. Consuming Gyaru? There was the, there was that really cool one with the tongue piercing and everything. She still didn't come out, I don't think. She's gotten delayed over and over and over again. I'm like, thank God I never pre-ordered that. I'd be frustrated at this point. I'd be like, I don't even want her anymore. She's delayed for like a year. That's not a good sign. If I ever find her pre-owned and she's not too expensive, I might pick her up, but it's okay. I can survive without her. I don't need her. Which probably means I shouldn't buy her. That's the way my mind works with figures. There we go. That's looking more like hair. Less like plastic glued upon other plastic. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Persona. Insert something Persona related. I don't know anything about Persona, sorry. Aki saying now, no way is my favorite part. No way, or Norway or no way. I call it no way. I don't know how to spell cellular one is correct. Yes way. Sent it. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on in the chat. I'm like, what? Hello. What Sigum? I'm gonna call you what? I'm gonna call you what? We're gonna see if that works, or else it might be too confusing. But hello, I hope you're having a good day / evening. I am not familiar with her. Oh, she was a cool. She's a custom like OC character. She's not from anything in particular. I just really liked her design. The Senran Kagura nurse figure is like awesome though. I'm so happy that I like waited forever to actually pull the trigger on that one. I found her in B+ condition. I was like, alright. I'm getting Marie and her. It's happening. I've been waiting on the Marie Dream Tech one figure. But I was like, I have pre-orders that are coming this week. Or not this week, this month. This upcoming month. So I was like, alright, let me go ahead. Place this order. Because they'll be put together hopefully. And then I'll be pretty much done buying figures for the rest of the year, I think. Uh-oh, we got Hot Glue. Hot Glue escaping. No. No escaping. Oh, sorry. Hit the mic. That probably was really loud. I apologize. My cat is sleeping on my lap as usual. Do you have any animals, Miss Dual Band Antenna Girl? I do. I have 3 kitty cats and a lizard. And I used to have a snake, but not in this house. When we moved apartments, we gave up the snake. I asked my mom if she would keep the snake at her place. She was actually chill with it until I got pregnant, and then she was like, no, because if a baby's sleeping in this room, I don't want a snake in the same room. It's not a big snake, it was a milk snake, but it was okay. Because we found a guy who worked at a reptile sanctuary, and he took little Noriaki. So it was all good. Persona is a game series which focuses on societal stuff at times, so that's how I got it from the society joke. Oh no, that was a Xavier Renegade Angel joke. If you guys know what that is. If you don't, highly suggest looking it up. It is just really strange if you have no idea what it is. But I think the episodes are maybe on YouTube. Hopefully they are. But Xavier Renegade Angel. The Society episode's one of my favorites. Society. I changed my name to Society. I think that's what he changed his name to. I don't remember. It was really weird. Actually, that was kind of gross. Actually, maybe don't look that one up. There's a lot of good ones. Just look up stupid clips. But my eardrums exploded. I'm sorry, Kat. That is probably why I missed her, since I don't browse OC characters. Yeah, either do I usually. I don't know how I found her. I guess I just logged into Ami at the right time, and she was one that a lot of people were pre-ordering. That's my guess, because I don't generally look at OC characters or figures either. But somehow I know she exists. You found it? Good, Petunia. I'm guessing it may have been something else. Yeah, it kind of was. Nope, sounds dope through consuming. Oh, Wilson Plastic. Yeah, Xavier Renegade Angel is like that guy. He looks like... how do I even explain that show? It's really weird. Supremacy, the desert belongs to the faithful me. I don't think I could ever live in a desert. But that's because I don't like the heat. I would much rather live in the cold than the heat. I would much rather have to layer up than remove layers, because there's only so many layers you can remove. You know? Did that look artistic? I just noticed the light was like shining on it. I'm trying to give my legs a break. Oh, you know what? Herder. Let's use my fancy jar again. That does make things much easier. Now the hot glue will drip onto my pants. I'll be like, darn it. Gotta catch it with my finger first. Spare my pants. Sear my flesh. What show? Xavier Renegade Angel Omega. It's a weird one. It's very strange. I don't know if you'll like it. I don't even know. It's one of those shows where you really can't judge if you can't gauge if someone's gonna like it or not until they watch it. Like, my husband thought I was gonna hate it, and I freaking love it, but I can't like explain why I like it. It's just ridiculous. I think it used to be on Cartoon Network at one time. Adult Swim, probably. I would assume. But there's the spike. Look at that spike. Look at that. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. We'll probably start incorporating some of what's back here. And take this down. And start hiding the grossness that is what has been happening over here. But maybe I should have done that first. You know, it's fine. Well, so we're gonna start getting the top better here. This is now it's a little scary. Hold on, maybe I lied. We're waiting to do that. Pull back over here. Ears stay on. Ears stay on. Conversation is over. What conversation is over? Just admit that Wilson lost. Someone made a MIDI music of ABB song using KP's blech. Wait, for realsies? Wait, what? You guys weren't joking about that? Somebody actually made a little music with my blech? I feel accomplished. How exciting! I shall return the desert and use Omar Mukhtar's hit and run tactics. I don't get the references, historical or otherwise. That should stay there by its own. And there's a big piece of hot glue over here I'm gonna have to cut out. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I just looked it up and yeah, it looks nice. Looks niche. It's very niche. That is a way to put it. It's very weird. It's probably got some offensive jokes in there too, so if you're someone who doesn't like offensive jokes, it might not be for you, but it is very niche. Very strange. And I don't know why I love it, but I do. It's so weird. This looks okay. This looks okay. Yeah. We're getting there. I feel like that's what I keep saying. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just keep convincing myself it's all going fine. In all honesty, I think it is okay. I think it's going about as well as it can for what it is so far. As much as I don't want to start like adding these pieces, I think I have to at this point in order to get a better idea of what it actually looks like. I'm gonna see if we can just hairspray. I'm like hairspraying right into my face, but you know, that's fine. I'm sure that's not bad for my health or anything. So I huff it all in. I shall retreat. Okay, that I already read. The Wilson resistance will continue to operate in an isolated island. Katusha can't see what you sent. Oh, you guys are sending things. It's Frederick that made the song. Check it out after the stream. Alright, will do. Thank you, Frederick. I feel grateful that you've made a song using my bless. Alright. How much hairspray can I possibly spray? All the hairspray. All of it. It just says my name. Yeah, I remember getting in trouble with my parents once because I was watching Family Guy when I was too young. And we tried to avoid Cartoon Network because of Adult Swim. So I wasn't allowed to watch Family Guy until I was in high school. But my parents, like, they told me I wasn't allowed to watch South Park or Family Guy because, you know, other kids were talking about it. But they never told me about Drawn Together, so I watched Drawn Together at a friend's house. I became hooked. So then I watched Drawn Together. My parents didn't know until after I had seen literally every episode and also the movie. And my mom knew what it was. I don't think my dad did, but my mom was like, oh, Drawn Together's bad. And, yeah, so it was like, they told me not to watch these other things that are debatably probably more tame. I mean, it's definitely more, Family Guy's definitely more tame than Drawn Together. South Park, I'm going to say that is too, but I don't really know. I haven't seen all of South Park. But, funny enough, what I also wasn't allowed to watch, I wasn't allowed to watch Naruto as a kid because, hello Heartland, hope you're doing well. But I wasn't allowed to watch Naruto because my grandmother, it was like when it first came on Adult Swim or whatever, I think, or maybe it was. When it was first on Adult Swim, it was like the first episode, and Naruto does the sexy jutsu or whatever, and my grandmother told my parents, she was like, she was watching this cartoon with naked ladies in it. So then I wasn't allowed to watch Naruto. So that's my fun story of not being allowed to watch things. You're eating You're eating cardboard right now. It tastes strangely, but it's okay. Definitely better than the PET plastic I ate yesterday. But tries rubber will definitely be the better thing I have ate in the past 3 days. Oh my gosh, Kat. Why are you eating these things? For the funs of it? Last stream was peak because of me, because of you, Petunia. Oh god, not the sexy jutsu. Yeah, that got me in trouble as a kid. So then I wasn't allowed to watch Naruto, and I only watched it as an adult after I lived on my own. And I was like, this show is not sexual at all. What the hell? What the hell? Why was I not allowed to watch it? My husband had told me, he's like, I watched that as a kid. It's not bad. I was like, oh, there was a naked lady, and then I wasn't allowed to watch it. It's a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Now, I think I tried to explain to my parents that there was more to it. It wasn't just, she wasn't even naked, you know. I mean, she was, but like, you know, there was censoring when my parents were not having it. They were like, no. Your grandmother told us what you would be watching. Meanwhile, my other grandma accidentally bought me hentai once. That was funny. Looking back, that was hilarious. Oh my goodness. My mom wouldn't let me play Minecraft for a long time. She thought it would mess with my mind since it had mine in the name. She thought it was Minecraft. That's kind of funny. That's actually really funny. Almost a little wholesome. Who eats those? Bleh. I'm a curious girl. My favorite non-edible food is graphite. Pencils are nice due to the wood. You know, actually, the way I kind of get you. That's gonna sound weird, but like biting the side of a pencil, it is kind of satisfying. I used to do that. At what age will you give your kiddos an iPhone or iPad? So, a family member already gave them an iPad. It's a children's iPad. It has a password, and I only let my oldest play it maybe once a month. For like an hour. It's got little coloring games and stuff, but it's got like also like educational games. So, it's not like they have free reign to anything. As for an iPhone, they're not getting that till high school. There's no reason. If they need to call me, they can have a flip phone. They don't need an iPhone. They don't need anything. They can have access to the internet at my computer. They don't need... I wasn't allowed to have a laptop until I was in 8th grade because my parents didn't want me having a computer in my room, which whatever. But like, I didn't have a cell phone until 7th grade, and I was one of the only kids without one. But ultimately, and I wasn't in any like clubs or anything, so that made sense, as stupid as it was. But smartphones didn't exist until I was in high school. But yeah, they don't need, they only need to be able to get into contact with me. So LOL, if I ever have kids someday, I'll make sure to expose them to anime slowly. Oh, pray tell, which one was it? Which hentai was? I think it was called like Guard Maids or something. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It was weird. It was really weird. I was not old enough to be reading that, but it was a manga. It was 2. My grandma got them both for me because she saw Anime Girls, and she bought it from someone at a yard sale. And she brought it back to me, and I was like, "Oh, anime stuff!" And I put it in the car, and then when I brought it home, I was like, "Oh no!" And I was young, like early middle school, because that's what I got into anime like 5th grade. I really got into it. Like I watched anime growing up, but I didn't know that anime was like a thing. And then I watched Rosario and Vampire, which was horrible at the time, and now it's almost like a parody of the genre that it was being. And if you watch it as parody, it's hilarious, even though I think it was completely serious at the time with what it was doing. But anyways, yeah, I actually like snuck the books out into the garbage because if my parents had found it, I was like, my dad's gonna beat the shit out of me if he finds out I have this. But my grandma had no idea. Oh my gosh, it was bad. I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons as a kid. Me neither. And you know what? I don't have any desire to as an adult. It's just, I don't care. At least those tablets don't have YouTube on it because God forbid. Yeah, no, they can watch YouTube on the TV in the living room. Like, it's not that they're not allowed to watch that, like, YouTube and stuff. It's just, I want to know what they're watching. That's all. I don't think that's terrible. I am their parent, after all. Same, I didn't get a phone until sophomore year of high school. Yeah, if you don't need it, you don't need it. And if you do need it, then all you need is a flip phone. You just need to be able to contact me in case something happens. You don't need the internet in your pocket at all times. I feel like it's a bad practice, too. Like, I feel like at least for my generation, we know how to put the phone down and do things. Though I'm a zillennial, so maybe not all of my generation. But I feel like with generations where they're started on that stuff too young, maybe not even generations, just people in general who are started on that stuff too young, they have issues putting it down. I feel like they become a little bit too invested. So especially when it's right there. When it's in your pocket all the time, like, that's hard. And there's not always a time where you can have it right there. There's not always a time where you can use it right away, you know? You know, jobs exist. School exists. I agree with you on that. If I had children, they're going to get phones and laptops way later on, most likely when they reach 13. Yeah, exactly. I never had restrictions. In fact, I had first touch with phones at age 2 and computers at age 4. That was good for me because I grown in logic, bias, and already mastering English. But I was looked to not to be dumped by brain rot. Yeah, so as long as you weren't brain rotted. Like, and I used to play a lot of video games as a kid. I'm not someone who's like, oh, computers and video games are the devil or whatnot. And I had access to computers since I was very young. My dad was in IT. I've mentioned that before. So, like, it's not like I didn't have access, but it was in a family area. So, like, it was, like, nothing secret. Someone could walk over and look over your shoulder at any time. So, it was that kind of thing. And I'm sure he looked at all the website. I'm sure he looked at the browsing history and everything. Because, you know, IT, he knew what was out there. Didn't stop my brother from getting a virus on a computer and wiping out half the stuff. But, you know, that's a whole story for another day. Omega, that is good that you have them on a family computer. It was one of the first to get mobile phones, and we were 12. Yeah, there you go. Consuming, why on God's green earth did you give us the name? What have you done? Dream Maid? I think, well, so no. Maybe Omega, I don't know. I gave you the name because, well, that's what I remember it being. I don't know. I was asked. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, too. I thought it was guard meat, but I could be wrong. I don't know. All I know is that in the second book, there was, like, a girl who was cut in half. And it was, like, really dark. I don't know what was going on. But there was stuff that I should not have seen at that age, is all I'm gonna say. But at this point, I'm pretty desensitized. But at that time, oh no. And again, I was way more worried about getting in trouble with my parents than as to what I was seeing on my own. For me, definitely at some point in my single-digit age span with both an iPad and the iPhone, at least I didn't watch Skibbity Toilet. True. Yeah, iPads didn't exist, I don't think, at that time, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to think of when. I never had an iPad in my entire life. So, my husband had an iPad. So now we have his. Or, that might have been an old family member's. But, yeah, like, we never had iPads. We never had tablets, other than my Surface, which I got when I graduated high school, so. I don't know. The gaming computer I'm using to stream on right now, I made when I was in college. Built with my dad. But, and then I had a gaming laptop when I was in middle school once I hit 8th grade. And I would have had to wait till high school to get it, but I paid for it myself. That was how my parents worked. It was like, if you wanted something, they had a certain age you could get it by, and then if you happened to be able to save your own money for it, then you could go ahead and buy it yourself. To an extent. They still made me wait on the laptop. But, They did that with like having my own TV in my room, having a console in my room. It was all stuff that I had when I bought my iPod. If I wanted those things, I had to get money myself, which luckily, again, are you a furry? I am not, Mr. Stroke. But the character has cat ears, so I am wearing the cat ears that I made for this cosplay. Let's see. Omega, why did you drop a name? Just released another banger of a video, Battle of Skibbity 2055. Because I want to know which one it is, lol. Yeah. Respectfully, Omega, I am no concern. Holy Knight, he's just curious. It's research purposes only, I'm sure, Omega. Wow, you on speed, you're talking mad fast. I am not. I am on allergy meds, though, and is this a fake stream? No, it's not, Mr. Stroke. I am just behind on chat. Hello, Wolfpack. Oh, and Mr. Stroke. Hope you're both having a good day/evening. Yeah, what is a fake stream? I'm kind of curious about that, too. Does he mean it, like, being pre-recorded? Because I think I've seen people do that. Yes, 100% is property of... I'm not going to say propaganda. Oh, great heavens. I don't know which one it is, and don't want to if there's gore in it. Yeah, there's gore in it. I mean, I don't think there was that much gore. It was more they found her that way, but I'm sure there eventually would be gore. Yeah, the first one didn't have gore, but still, I shouldn't have been seeing it. iPad came out in 2010, and I was a toddler when that happened. Oh, okay. Skibbity is the direct result of the collapse of the USSR, a band grouped together because of economic crisis after it dissolved and created the song Skibbity, which would become Skibbity Toilet. I think Stroke is a troll. Very possible. Or has no clue what's going on. Well, we've never seen him before, so I'm guessing he just clicked it, and he was like, what is this? Which, fair. I mean, if you don't know what's going on, you came in here, I have Wilson on a pole and cat ears on. I could see the confusion. What the actual hell is she doing? What the actual hell is going on? And then I wasn't responding, so that's probably why I thought it was fake. Because I think that's what he meant, probably. Like, oh, is this a pre-recorded stream? So I've seen that. I've seen, like, creators put just a loop of their videos on 24/7 and put it on live. I don't even know how you go about doing that. Sounds like you're killing a computer by keeping it on all the time, but maybe I'm wrong and just don't know how that works. Maybe. Look at those spikies. I'm gonna keep doing that. Keep showing you the spikies. Here, I'll put it close. We might be done for the night. It's a good start, I'd say. Well, maybe. If that piece didn't want to give up on life, it would have been a better start. But, you know, I think it's an okay start. Obviously, we need to make them thicker. But it's a good first layer, we'll say, to the spikies. And all this will end up going onto there, too. A lot more of this will end up going on the front. This will end up going onto the front. And then it will all look like it comes together. Theoretically. Hypothetically. But I think it'll work. I think it'll work and it'll be good. We should be good. Oh boy. Let's see. Let me go back up real quick. He walked in on the consuming cult. Yes. Oh, I like that. Consuming cult with a K. I like that. Yes. Let's make a cult. Some people, it's funny. What is it? I don't know tons about Tamaku's, the girl who made Psycho Cuties, but she referenced being like something about being a cult leader, just like, you know, because she's got a cult following. And there were some people who took it the wrong way, like she was starting a real cult. I thought it was really funny. It's like some people take things too seriously, but at the same time, I love that. I'm like, yes, let's be a cult. Most likely Vanguard song, keeping an eye on him. As in mid-Gen Z, I think we are the last ones to know how to put the phones down. Yeah, I agree. Unless your parents made you. I don't think a lot of the new generation knows. Good job, Holy Knight. I agree with the lack of Soviet Union on the world really fried our brains. We need the more moral race again. Oh, my ears, God. I was an early Gen Z 2000s, and I'm glad to know how to put the tech down at times. Yeah. It was good though, since when I went to my friend's house, we play co-op games and then go outside and do things. Yes, that's what I did too. It was a lot of that. There was a lot more going and seeing people, and yeah. How about you guess our ages consuming? Well, Vanguard just said early 2000s, so you were an early Gen Z 2000s. So, I'm guessing you're like 2001 Vanguard. This involves math. If I'm to actually guess your guys' name, ages. You said Omega just said you are a. What did you say? You said you were Gen Z as well, right? Yeah, you're mid Gen Z. So you're probably younger than Vanguard. When does Gen Z end? I'm guessing 2006. 2005, 2006. You're super late 90s, Ferris? Brandon? You 98, 99? For an April Fool's, a YouTuber did a skip skibbity toilet lore video, and strangely enough, I found it interesting even though I'm not a distributed toilet. But I'm glad I have friends pull me outside. Yeah, that's what matters most. That's why the PS3 and Xbox 360 will always be better, since you can co-op unlike today's games. Agreed, even though I like the PlayStation 2, but that's probably because of my age. Vanguard, I was the same. My first ever console was the Wii. First game I've ever played was Wii Sports Resort. Good game. And the first game I ever got was Cars Race-O-Rama. Good memories. You're off by 2 years, LOL. 2003. That's not too bad. 2012, Petunia. Wrong. I am older. Oh, you said mid. Oh, so you're okay. So are you in the 90s then? Are you 2000? I feel like you're 1999. That's my guess. Oh wait, you said you were 2004. Wait, I went the wrong way and didn't even see your comment. You're 2007. 98, Ferris. You're a year older than my brother. So I thought we were going by 1997 is start of Gen Z, not 2000. I prefer 2000 start though. It's hard because when I first heard of Gen Z, people were saying if you don't remember 9/11, you're Gen Z. And I was like, well, I remember 9/11 though. I was in second grade, but I remember it. I remember what happened. I remember getting evacuated from the school, and it was fucking terrifying because, again, I live in New Jersey. New Jersey's not far off from New York, and it was really terrifying for everybody, and I totally didn't understand it at the time. But Gen Z ended in 2012. Okay, and that's where Gen Alpha begins. Burger, I thought I got rid of that quick enough. Sorry, Bugger. I thought I got rid of that quick enough. Sorry. Oh my god, I read it before you got rid of it. Oh well. That's okay. I'm not going to say what year, but I was born in the 2000s. Alright, so a lot of you're pretty much all Gen Z. But yeah, began 1996. See, and that's, so it began in 1996, ended in 2012. And that's where I get so stuck, because I'm 95. But I don't fully connect with either. I especially don't feel like I connect with millennials. But like, I get along with them fine. But I feel like the younger Gen Z is like totally out too. It's hard because it's like we knew someone who had cell phones. My parents had the old cell phone where you couldn't close it, you couldn't bend it in half. It was basically like a house phone. But like we had cell phones. Like cell phones were a thing, but you still had a house phone. Whereas like now, like younger Gen Z, I feel like always had cell phones. Obviously, you guys are saying that you got them older, which is good to hear. I was taught 9/11, but wasn't born then, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Because it's if you're going by experience, generally millennials remember... Sorry, did I say it wrong? I might have said it wrong. Millennials remember what happened during 9/11. Gen Z don't. The problem is that since I'm a zillennial, I'm right on the cusp. I remember it. So I have like different traits from both. But even weirder, and this is where I feel like I relate to Gen Z more, my parents, despite like a lot of millennials' parents were baby boomers. My parents were Gen X. So like I was also parented differently than a lot of millennials. And I feel like I'm closer that way to Gen Z, because I feel like a lot of Gen Z have parents who are Gen X. I could totally be wrong, though. You guys can correct me, since most of you are Gen Z. I was in service from... You were on service from 1941 to 1970s, currently retired for Pro of BM21 grad. What? You were born in Gadafis, Libya. Oh, that's cool. I hate the ideas of name generation things. It's very much American, since we have our own generation. That, and I dislike the idea of the generational thing. To me, it's more agitating than generation. More age thing than generation. No, I agree, and I think again, it depends a lot on who your parents were too. Like if your parents were young parents or old parents during the time, like there's so many factors that, like, it's crazy too. Because when I started working, especially when people, because I started working when I was in high school, I started as an intern where I now work, and where I still work now. And when I first came in, like, it was no big deal. I was like the youngest person there. Once other people who were around my age and younger started coming in, people would say to me, "Oh, you don't act like your generation, like these other ones your age." And I was always like, what the fuck? Stereotypes exist for a reason, but it's weird to categorize entire generations. I agree. And to split them up like that. But I guess it's just because we have to put labels on everything nowadays. I don't know. These newer generations are obsessed with labeling literally everything under the sun, and it's quite funny because it used to be don't label me, like I'm unique, I don't want a label, and now it's like everybody has to be freaking labeled with a billion freaking labels, as if it means anything. Angry Birds was our biggest childhood. Heck, be it Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird came out when I was in high school, the whole Flappy Bird drama, where it got taken off the App Store. I still probably have it on my old phone, to be honest with you. Which is so funny because now there's like a million clones of it, but yeah, Flappy Bird was like a big issue. That was like the first addicting game where kids were like on their phone in school a lot, and it was a problem. I don't support Gaddafi, but he did have some good ideas for Libya. For example, man-made rivers, no taxes, free farmland and animals, free water, man-made rivers. Well, sound like pretty good ideas, at least on paper. It's always weird to see how like ideas work in reality versus on paper. So I feel like there's a lot of good ideas that should work and they just don't work. But I know nothing about Libya, so I'm not speaking to that. I'm just saying in general. I grew up with older families, so I am often mistaken for being older. To be honest, I did think you were older, Omega. For whatever reason, I kind of thought you were my age or a little older. At least when I first met you. Online met you. How we went from phones to 9/11. Oh, you swap. Yeah, okay. Yes, other countries do that, don't they? I love Angry Birds, Star Wars. I love the music in it as well. I love Green Libya Anthem. To me, experience-wise, I remember the era of early Nerf N Strike and Elite coming through. We played Nerf. It's Nerf or nothing. Completely valid. Okay, and then you're including da-da-da. You guys told me with that. Trust me, I played so many childhood games. When I was growing up, I love RTS games. The Bird games, LOL, but he ruined it when he sponsored Questionable X. Yeah, so I grew up, and then my parents, we had a Sega Genesis and we had a PlayStation 1. And those were our first ones. We got a PlayStation 2 for Christmas one year. I had a Game Boy Color. I still have a Game Boy Color, even though that's not my original one. I have one up there. I have the turquoise. It's like the teal one. I always wanted the teal one growing up, but I had the lime green one. But I still have like my Pokemon Blue cartridge and all that. I have a lot of my old games still. It's fun to like go back and play that stuff and look at it. Spyro was my favorite game growing up as a kid. Spyro and Sonic, I was obsessed. I wouldn't stop talking about them. Imperial System better. I remember Pokemon Go, LOL. That was so funny. One of my friends was playing that after school when we were talking about walking into things, and he walked into a pylon. That is funny. I played Pokemon Go like twice, but I lived in such a rural area that there was nowhere to get anything. Like, there was a trail next to where my parents lived, so I could go there, and it was like where you could get more Pokemon. But literally, I would go for walks on the road, and there was like only one place where anything would show up, and it was always the same freaking. It was a horsey. It would always show up because there was a pond in the woods, and I guess that's it. Near the pond, but like there was no shot of me playing that the way we were supposed to play it. I was like, yeah, no, this is not working. too rural of an area. Oh well, Pokemon Go is not for me. How do you use I'm gonna leave my finger in that one. The good thing about hot glue is it only burns for the second that you touch it. Pokemon Go to the polls. How about when you use the right size? And yeah, Pokemon Go, back when it began, the craze. I did play Transformer DS game. Oh no, not Hillary Clinton. How do we get onto that topic? I have the Pokemon Limited Edition Pokemon Silver Game Boy Color. Ooh, nice, Brandon. I know which one you're talking about, too. I think I knew a kid who had that, actually. Very nice, very nice. Oh, it's really funny. I was showing my husband the one day. I think I may have mentioned this, but I was showing him my Pokemon game because I never knew what the point of the Pokemon game was. I didn't know how to beat it because I never read anything. So I just played it like and randomly went around. And he looked at my. I have Pokemon Sapphire was probably the one I put the most. It was the one I put the most hours in. I really liked that one. And he's looking at it. He's like, "You have all the gym badges." I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that, but it didn't beat the game. I don't know how you do it." He's like, "Did you fight the Elite Four or whatever it was?" I was like, "What are they?" He's like, "My God, you almost beat the entire game, but because you didn't read, you didn't know what to do." It's like, that sounds like such a consuming plastic type of thing to do. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm getting like the little hairs like on my face and everything. That's why I keep touching my face over and over again. Nearly no gyms or Pokestops. Obama. Why are we talking about political figures? I used to play Pokemon Go, but it was so hard to play in Libya. Yeah, exactly. There are no gyms or Pokestops. She said Pokemon Go to the polls. Wait, I don't understand. That's what you wrote. I read what you wrote. I don't know what it means. Pokemon Go to the polls was a Hillary Clinton thing, from what I remember. Was it really? Oh, I don't remember that at all. I memory hold that. That's so stupid. Consuming gets lost in a Pokemon game. I have the legendary too, but I knew someone who had the game and I traded a bunch of Pokemon with them. So like, my husband just looking, he's like, "How do you have?" I think I have Rayquaza. He's like, "How have you not beaten the game, but you have Rayquaza? What are you doing?" Like, I don't know how to play Pokemon. I just played it. It was fun. I don't know what I'm doing. He even said, he was like, "If you go against them now, you're just gonna obliterate them because all my Pokemon are really high level." Because I just played it, not knowing what to do. I was like, oh. And I still haven't, he told me all that, I still haven't gone back and played it. It's still just, it's gonna be perpetually not beaten. Pokemon Plastic, yeah. I only remember what the 2016 election with her. Everything else she is a historical figure to me. Yeah, I don't remember much, to be fair. Politics really wasn't my strong suit back then, to be completely honest with you. I did not vote in 2016. Even though at college, it was really funny in college, they were like, multiple people, I don't want to get too political here, but multiple people were like, "You have to vote! You have to vote!" I had a teacher tell me that once too. "You have to vote. You're a woman. They fought for your right to vote." And I was like, yeah, but as a woman, I also have the choice not to vote, so. And my personal opinion is if you don't understand what's going on politically, you shouldn't vote. Like, I'm sorry if that sounds like you're wasting your ability to vote, but if you don't know what's going on and you have no idea, like, you shouldn't just vote. You should probably have an idea of what you're voting for. My opinion. So, since I wasn't that into politics back then, I did not vote. Then I got pretty into politics after that, to be fair. To be fair, I talked about politics a little bit on my alt tech channel, though that was also about social issues and then goth stuff and just all whatever I wanted. I had a radio show. There was lots of stuff going on over there. Whatever I wanted to post, it got posted. For those who don't, it's a silver colored, Game Boy with Pokemon on it, and Pikachu is on the power light. Yes. Pokemon Go straight to my childhood. Even I don't play it, albeit only played one. Dang it, my phone crashed. I'm going to have to go to get a new phone because mine is really freezing and doesn't want to respond. That sucks, Holy Night. That's not fun. Consuming, I would probably done the same thing, not reading and not knowing what to do. Yeah. Dual band antenna girl. I am going to work now. It's 6:40 a.m. So see you next live. Say goodbye to Wilson for me. Oh, goodbye. Here, Wilson will say goodbye to you. Goodbye. Goodbye, cat. Have a fantastic night. And good luck at work. Or yes, good day. Have a fantastic day and good luck at work. Nice to have night/day for whoever is watching. I love you guys. Yes, we love you too. We love everybody here. We're all good. We have fun. And considering how close our most recent election was, every vote counts. Yeah, if you know what you're talking about. I couldn't vote in this last election either because I had my concussion at that time. I only voted in 2020. Oh, they're geese. I heard noises outside. I was like, what was that? It's all good. About getting lost in old games, there is an old Avatar game on the DS I got so confused for some time and came back and managed to beat the boss, and that gave me trouble 2 years ago. That's always how it is. It's always like you're like, this game's too hard, you leave and then you come back and you beat it like that. That's what I always found. I did that a lot with like Sly Cooper and Jak and Daxter as a kid. I'd stop playing and then because I'd get frustrated and then I'd come back and beat it like no problem. Holy Night, you're leaving too. Good night, Holy Night. Hope you have a wonderful night. And I'm actually going to be headed off too because at this point, we got it started here. I'll come over to you guys this time so you can see it closer. So as you can see, it's not the prettiest looking thing yet. It's not going to be the prettiest looking thing yet. But we've got the first initial thing going. We don't have the back done at all, so you can see on the back how that looks. So all of this hair will be going shoot and to this one. This is kind of covered right now, but the other spikes are over here, as you can see. So that's what it looked like when we had nothing. That's what it looks like when we have something. So we'll cover the other one. We'll keep covering this one. It'll all be good. We'll probably do the entire one side and then do the entire other side, just so I have an idea of what I'm doing. But alright, good night, consuming and friends. Our election has several elaborate which are still being counted because they were so close. Wow. Less than 1,000 votes. Wow, that's really close, Omega. Interesting. I now speedrun the game every year, so that's awesome. That's Nurse Wilson Dockster. Oh, yes, Nurse Wilson. Bleh. What about bleh? Or I'll say peak alert. Alright, good night. Hope y'all have a good day/night. Kinda resembles elf ears, kind of. Yes. Alright, everybody. Yes, and good morning to you, Frederick. Alright, everybody. I'll see you all next time. And, yeah, have a good one. Oh, sorry, Alvin, you just joined last minute. We're leaving. But have a good day.